Ready for a sugar rush you can make at home? Today's countdown tests 7 popular candy machines to find out which one truly spins the fluffiest clouds with the least mess and the most consistency. Stay through number 1 because the jump in power and bowl size changes everything for both speed and texture. 7. Nostalgia PCM 306PK. The Nostalgia PCM is a compact 450-watt countertop unit with a vintage vibe, sized around 12.5 inches wide and 9.5 inches tall, and weighing just over 5 pounds, which makes it easy to pull out for quick treats and stash away afterward. In testing, the small footprint and lightweight build made setup simple, and the sugar scoop and reusable cones included are handy for first-timers trying consistent portions without guesswork. If you prefer variety, the extractor head accommodates both classic flossing sugar and hard candies, which is great for experimenting with flavors you already have in the pantry. Performance-wise, expect household-level output. The 450 watts heater gets the drum hot enough for a steady spin after a short warm-up, and you can produce a cone in roughly a minute once the threads start forming. For a kid's party with a few guests, that pace is sufficient, and the transparent rim helps you see the floss as it builds around the cone so you can keep it neat. The plastic bowl keeps weight and cost down, and the rigid base feels stable enough on a flat counter when the machine is properly leveled. That said, the modest wattage and smaller bowl limit batch speed and cone size compared with semi-pro models, so if more than a handful of people are waiting, you'll notice a queue forming and some impatience between cones. Number 6. The Candery CC. The Candery CCMA is a colorful, lightweight home machine designed for easy countertop fun with a compact 12 by 10 by 8-inch footprint and about 4.2 pounds of weight, plus a clear rim guard and stable base to keep operation tidy and safe. It ships as a small kit with a sugar scoop and 10 cones, which is convenient if you're throwing a birthday party and don't want to hunt for consumables right away. Like other home units in this class, it supports standard floss sugar and hard candies, so you can quickly test flavors without special orders. Warm-up is straightforward, and the noise profile is mild, making it friendly for apartment use or late evening spins without bothering the neighbors. Once spooled up, the head throws consistent threads if you portion correctly and keep the cone moving. The clear rim gives good visibility to judge when to add more sugar. The stability feels acceptable for a small machine, and the compact bowl collects fibers well enough to shape a classic cone. The trade-offs show up under pressure. With a compact heater assembly, recovery between cones is limited, and overfilling the applicator slows the thread formation and can cause blobby strands. The small bowl also caps cone diameter, and compared to semi-professional models, throughput is modest, fine for a handful of kids, not ideal for continuous queues. Cleaning is manageable, but the plastic components can cling to residual sugar mist if you spin hard candies, so prompt wipe down is key to prevent tacky buildup. 5. Nostalgia PCM 805 Retro Red. Stepping up within Nostalgia's retro lineup, the PCM brings the classic red styling with a larger configuration aimed at producing more consistent, fluffy clouds than the smallest countertop units. Within the brand's platform, the bigger format and retro cart-inspired bowl geometry help threads catch smoothly on the cone, and the design supports both traditional floss sugar and hard candy flavors for variety. If you already enjoy the brand's aesthetic, this is the model that feels like a bridge between novelty and more capable home performance. Warm-up and spool are quick for a household machine, and once the head stabilizes, thread formation is smooth and fairly fine, especially with classic floss sugar blends. The larger bowl makes it easier to build wider cones without losing strands over the rim, which reduces waste and stickiness on surrounding surfaces. For a mid-size birthday party, throughput is noticeably better than the smallest 450-watt units, with fewer pauses needed between cones for consistent texture. Hard candy compatibility works, though like most consumer machines, best results come from small, very dry pieces and modest loads to avoid spatter. Cleanup is helped by the bowl geometry, and a quick warm water spin in the head helps dissolve residual sugar before you fully power down. Compared to compact models, the added stability makes handling easier when kids are watching. There's less tendency for overspin or coning mistakes to cause stray sugar threads. While not a commercial unit, the PCM 805 Retro Red feels comfortable for longer sessions of 15 to 20 cones with consistent airflow and heat, provided you don't rush the refills. Four, the Candery 668BS. The Candery 668BS is a stainless steel bowl variant designed for better heat resilience, faster throughput, and cleaner capture compared with small plastic bowl models. The steel bowl improves static and containment, helping threads stay in the bowl so you wrap more onto the cone and less onto your walls. And the upgraded applicator head is engineered to accept standard floss sugar while offering steady feed for consistent ribbons. For anyone who has outgrown small, colorful countertop models, the 668BS lands as a logical progression. In practice, the unit heats briskly and reaches a stable spin faster than basic compact machines, so the first few cones already look close to your steady-state output. The stiffer, larger bowl means you can rotate the cone confidently and widen the candy cloud without clipping the rim or losing fiber streams, and the result is a fluffier, more carnival-like cone. If you tend to serve 5 to 10 guests in a row, the 6668BS keeps pace without demanding long pauses for temperature recovery. Another perk of the stainless bowl is cleanup. Residual floss dust wipes off easier, and the material doesn't retain sticky film the way some plastics do after hard candy sessions. The kit-style accessories remain helpful for at-home events, and the base stability feels secure enough that adults and teens can take turns without micro-wobbles. In this price and size range, it's an efficiency boost you feel within the first 10 minutes. Number 3. Cotton Candy Express CC1000S. The CC1000S package is an appealing bundle choice because it ships with the machine plus ready-to-spin supplies, which helps new users get reliable results right away. The pre-matched sugar floss and cones trim the variables that often trip up beginners: grain size, dryness, and loading technique, so the first spin looks better and the texture tastes like carnival fresh floss. It's a thoughtful way to compress the learning curve while delivering crowd-pleasing flavor on day one. Under the hood, the CC1000S behaves like a sturdier home semi-pro hybrid. Warm-up is quick, thread formation is fine and silky, and bowl capture is controlled, which means you spend less time chasing stray fibers and more time building shape. When alternating two operators, one scooping, one coning, the cadence feels natural for a living room party or school club night, with short breathers to keep the head in the sweet spot. The machine's tuning favors floss sugar, but hard candies can work when kept dry and portioned. The bundled approach also shines in cleanup. Measured sugar scoops reduce overfill, and you can keep the head hot and trickle warm water to dissolve residue before shutdown, which speeds end-of-night chores. Compared to entry units, there's a stronger sense of thermal mass and stability, which rewards smoother cone rotation and helps beginners learn a good wrist rhythm faster. The result is a cone that looks Instagram-ready without a long practice period. 2. VEVOR Electric Cotton Candy Machine. The VEVOR Electric Cotton Candy Machine is a step into commercial adjacent territory with a big stainless steel bowl, stronger heater assembly, and design choices aimed at speed and durability. The large bowl dramatically improves fiber capture and lets you build full-size carnival cones in fewer rotations, while the higher output brings down wait times between guests. For anyone moving beyond casual parties into regular events, the difference in pace is immediately noticeable. In testing, heat-up times are brisk, and after the first cone, the head holds temperature well across batches, which preserves fine, wispy texture without veering into brittle strands. The machine handles standard floss sugar beautifully and tolerates hard candy use when portioned and dried carefully, but the real magic is sustained throughput. It feels natural to keep a line moving for 20 or more cones without a cooldown. The base stays stable, and the bowl size helps prevent flyaway sugar. Maintenance is practical for the power class. Keep the machine hot and dribble warm water into the head at the end to dissolve sugar. Then wipe the stainless bowl clean, a routine that shortens teardown compared with plastic bowls. The mass of the system also reduces vibration, so operators feel confident spinning wider, showier cones for events and socials. The overall ergonomics are user-friendly, with clear access and a layout that minimizes accidental bumps when swapping scoops and cones. One, Vivo Candy V001. The Vivo Candy V001 is a bona fide commercial-grade spinner with a 1030-watt heater, a large 20-inch stainless steel bowl, and a chassis built for all-day events, which is why it tops this list. The head's capacity and heat stability deliver ultra-consistent fiber formation, and the big bowl captures threads so efficiently that cones build fast and evenly with minimal airborne sugar. Out of the box, you get the machine, sugar scoop, manual, and a spare parts kit, small touches that matter when working events. In extended use, the Vivo's wattage and head design produce silky, fine floss with a short warm-up, then settle into a groove where every cone takes on a picturesque cloud without timing fussiness. Recovery between cones is nearly seamless. Operators can hand off cone after cone while refilling sugar in a steady cadence, and the unit shows the kind of thermal momentum that home models simply can't match. The stability and mass of the frame reduce vibration, which makes cone shaping more precise. Cleaning and maintenance are well thought out for high volume. While the head is still hot, a small stream of water dissolves sugar quickly, making end-of-day cleanup efficient, and the stainless bowl wipes to a shine. Vivo supports the machine with a 1-year warranty, and a 30-day return policy adds peace of mind, which is useful for operators who need dependable uptime. Support documentation and parts availability are also strong, which helps keep the unit serviceable over years of use. Final thoughts. For casual family nights and small birthdays, the Nostalgia PCM 306PK and the Candery CCMA are fun and affordable, but be ready for slower cadence and more frequent cleanup breaks. For small parties and occasional school events, the Nostalgia PCM 805 Retro Red and the Candery 668BS strike a balance with better bowls and steadier output. For fundraisers, block parties, and side gigs, the VEVOR and Vivo Candy V01 deliver the speed, bowl control, and power to keep lines happy, with the Vivo taking the crown for commercial reliability and accessories.